ויהי בימי Achashverosh. It was in the days of Achashverosh, B'ma'ori or Aleph Kuf Pei Bez, Yishbar Gada, there's a Medrash Agada, Vayomer Haman Ze Midas Adin, and Haman said that refers to the attribute of judgment. Achashverosh Ze HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Achashverosh, that refers to the Holy One, blessed be He. She'achris v'reshis shelo ad kan l'shono, that the end of the beginning and the beginning belong to Him. B'gemara perek kama de Megillah, and in the Gemara, in the beginning of Megillah, Daf Shir Amud Beis, Kol Makom Shnei Vihi Biyemei Inu Ela Lashon Tzar, that any place it says it was in the days, it's only a language of pain. Mim Kain Im Achashverosh Zeu HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and if so, if Achashverosh refers to the Holy One, blessed be He, Mahu Lashon Tzar, why would it be a language of pain? And it wasn't in the Vihi Biyemei, there was a pain in the days of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, doesn't make sense. V'yishlomar, we can say, the Bezoar Chile Gimel, Parshas Achrei Dafayin Daled Sofam Beis, God is Varish Malka, that when the king is separated, and blessings aren't found, Kedei Nikri Vai, that's when you have a woe. In my time of Vai, the Tanya. Why Avai? Why Vav Yud? The Tanya that we learned, the Resha, the Yisod, Yud, that the head of Yisod is a Yud. That Vav, I guess, might be Yisod, and the head of Yisod is a Yud. So it's a concept of Yisod. I am Bimeori, or Samach Simen Gimel, receive Yud Gimel. Bezoar Pashas Pinchas, Tafresh Tes Vav Amud Beis. And further in Zohar Pinchas it says, Tachazi, come and see, Raz Debris, Kadisha, Hus Yurchulu, that the secret of the Holy Covenant is the letter Yud. And this is the concept of Yud Shel Tefillah. Shel Yad. And that's the concept of that you have a knot in the Tefillin Shel Yad, shaped like a Yud. That it's the concept of the Bris Milah and the Bris Kadisha, Midas Yisod, Ube Idra Kuf Mem Beis Amud Aleph, and in the Idra Bepume de Ima Diskri Yud. It says in the mouth of Ima that's called Yud. And when the matron, when the queen is been sent away from the king, and you don't have the union, and the head of Yisod, so the supernal Vav takes the head of Yisod, the Yud, which is the Yud v'nagid le'legabei, and brings it up and lifts it up towards it. So it's the concept of Tiferes, of the Yisod going up into Tiferes. V'nagid le'legabei kedein hu vai. Then you have Vav and Yud together, which is vai. So that's the concept of the Yisod going upwards, because you don't have a yichud, you don't have a union, a supernal union. Vai mizeh b'parshas b'shalach, Daf Nun Hey, Suf Amud Beis, Al Pasuk B'Shuva Vayetzion, and look all further in the Zohar Kadosh and B'Shalach, where it brings in the Pasuk when Hashem returns to Tzion, Solik Malka Kadisha L'Tzion, the supernal king, the holy king, who goes up to Tzion, Angidle L'Kable Chulu, and will conducted towards him, and so forth. Ayin Sham, look over there. It's the concept of Tzion, the concept of Yisod, having a Hamshacha downwards. V'zeu inyan ki einenu, and that's the concept of that when Rachel cries, because the children are not, they're Salik Le'ela, because meaning to say that there's a histalkus very above. Parshas Vayikra, like it's also brought in Zohar V'Akre, and also in Zohar Vayikra, Dav Kaf Amud Beis, Perish B'Torah Or, B'Dibur HaMaskil V'Era El Avraham, and in Zohar, and in Torah Or, it explains in the Mamar that I showed myself to Avram, the Salik L'Gabe B'Chinas Muhu, so that's Musa. What does it mean that he was a Salik L'Gabe, that he removed himself upwards to himself? That's B'chinas Muhu, so that's Musa, that's his essence in being B'chinas Yachid, Miyuchad, Shinu B'Geder B'chinas Almin Klal, the concept of Hashem being, of Hashem's essence being one and united, not in the boundary of worlds at all. And is not revealed his unity and oneness in the lower realms. And that's what it means, Achashverosh, that the end and the beginning are to him. That is to say, I am the beginning and I am the end, I am the first one and I am the last one. That on that level, the end and the beginning, they're all equal. That on that level, the world of Asiya and the world of Atzilus are completely equal. And from there, you can also get an nurturance to the idol worshippers, because of this istalkus, going back upwards into the essence, that there everything is equalized, so to speak, and so the Chavim Mazolos can get it as well. Because he's higher than and exalted above the boundary of worlds, the higher and the lower. They do not have any kind of comparison or connection to him at all over there. Therefore, the spider with her hands can grasp in the palace of the king. Like it's brought in Torah or in the Mamar. With you as the source of life, and maybe Shina, sleep. It says it's the second concept, or the concept of sleep. That the light from the 10 spheros has gone upwards, the light of wisdom and kindness and so forth. And that's called in the days of Achashverosh. That the supernal days received from a level that to it darkness is like light and so forth. So that and look what is brought in the Mamar of this matzah concerning, for this Hashem did for me. So the concept of Vai in the answer to the question, what's the connection of Vihi Biyemei, the Tsar, in the days of Achashverosh? Because Achashverosh refers to the concept of Atzmos, of Elokus, where from there that therefore, since you had the Histalkos of Hashpa upwards into Atzmus, therefore it was a Vai, because he didn't have the divine flow anymore. So, but he brings in the Mamar of Matzazu, Li V'Lo, that it's to me, therefore Hashem did to me and not to him. That in order for Hashem to specifically choose us instead of them, the good instead of the bad, that specifically through the enclothement of the infinite light into wisdom and so forth, and not when it is nistalic into Atmos. Which is not the case with the concept of in the days of Achashverosh. You had a nurturance also to the external forces, and that's the concept that he is king over Hodu until Kush. That there you have darkness like light, and look what it explains with this concept of like darkness is like light. And the Mamar about this matzah hanal that we mentioned. So from Hod till Kush, so you have the concept of splendor until darkness. So you have a concept of both light and darkness together, Hodu to Kush. And look what it's brought about, this concept of Hodu until Kush. B'shir Hashirim, so if Tibra Maskil Shkora Ani V'Nava, in the Mamar there, Shkora Ani V'Nava. Ubemeore, or Kaf Sif Kaf Ches, and Meore it says Kush. What is Kush in Kafei Dinim? That's the 325 judgments. Ima Kolal together with the Kolal. So that's 326. Ulachin Samech Mem Nikra Kushi. That's why the Samech Mem is called the dark one. Yonik Mishin Kafei Dinim Adkan Lashono, because he gets a nurturance from the 325 judgments. So you have that's Vahodu to Kush. So Kush is the concept of the Sitra Achra. Vahod Zehu Hatorah, and splendor and acknowledgement, that refers to Torah, like it says, give your the Malachim said, give your Hod, give your Torah unto the heavens. And so that's the concept of, in the essence of the infinite light. So he rules over from the good to the bad equally, from the splendor of Torah to the darkness of the accusing angel equally. So there's darkness is like light. And like the Alter Rebbe says in the Mamar, that Haman took the garment, chosem tabas Mordechai. Now that's why in this story the signet ring was given equally both to Haman and to Mordechai. Because this concept of the ring, this is the seal of the Holy One, blessed be He, and therefore his seal is truth. That I am first and I am last, and so forth. So you have this concept of equalizing Haman and Mordechai, darkness and light being equalized. Tabas, Perush, Bimalchus, that brings there, that what is this ring? And the Pardes says that a ring is Malchus. The king, Kasav Bimeori or Ostes Siftes, and Meori also defines the concept of a ring as Malchus. But to actually give truth to Haman, that's impossible. Teva. So how can you give the chosem emes to Haman equally as to Mordechai? It doesn't make sense. Rather, the tabas here that we're talking about, given to Haman, is a different concept. So we can say teva, that tabas here is from the language of teva, of nature. Teva zewa chosem shokea, and teva, this is a sunken signet ring. The sunken part of the signet, bechinas kel mistater, and the sunken part, that's the concept of the hidden Hashem as He is hidden. So as opposed to the concept of emes havai la'olam, the concept of Hashem's truth being revealed. So you have the concept of teva, which is the opposite of the tabas, And that's the concept of Hashem as He is hidden, the concept of teva, which is like the whole concept of the Megillah. Ubemidrash Rabbah, Parsha Beishis, Suf Parsha Yud, V'Rabbanan Amri, Mashal Amelach Asulu Tabas, that there's an allegory of a king that they made for him a ring. Kach Mahaya Olam Chasa Shabbos. So too, what was the world missing? It was missing Shabbos. Nimsa chosem shu chosem shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu emes nimshach b'Shabbos davka. So it's found then. So that the ring they made for the king, the ring that's for the Holy One, blessed be He, which is truth, is drawn down on Shabbos, Dafka specifically, and that's why it says that Elohim completed on the seventh day specifically. And on the 6 days of creation, you only had the ring, the nature, without the seal. That the seal of the ring, that's specifically Shabbos. L'chein tabas shel hapamim nitan lahaman. So therefore, this ring that's at times was given to Haman, zeu bli chosem. That means that was not given together with the seal. Conceptually, and it was explained with this concept of the ring and the seal in a book of Mamarim, Daf Lamed Amud Aleph, Breshis. Amud Aleph Amud Beis Al Pasuk V'Yichalel Kim Yom HaShvi, when it explains the concept of that Hashem, that Elohim completed on the seventh day, where it brings this concept of the chosem on Shabbos. Yeah, chosem who yisod, because this concept of the chosem of the seal is yisod, who hamamshich shefa pnimis b'malchus, and that's what brings the inner divine flow into malchus. Perhaps it's connected to what he said before about how Vihi is the Yud and the Vav is Yisod and Tiferes, that Yisod was nostalgic. So anyways, the ring is Malchus and the chosem is Yisod. So the chosem brings Shefa Pnimis Malchus Nikra Tabas into Malchus, which is called the ring. Okay, in Chatzara Pnimis Apone Kadim, like the concept of the inner courtyard, which faces east. So it says in Yechezkel that it should be closed. The 6 days of the week. And on the day of Shabbos, this gate should open, the eastern gate. The inner gate of the courtyard should open. And that's like the chosem that we're talking about. Is bar b'Torah or with the Yibor HaMaschil v'Yakil Moshe that's spread in Torah or in Vayakil. So you have again a concept of a certain revelation of truth, of Yisod, that's only revealed into Malchus only on Shabbos. Vayin od me'inyan shefa Yisod b'Malchus al pasuk nishmas kol chai tvarech shimcha. And look what's brought in the concept of this flow from Yisod into Malchus on the verse, the soul of all living will bless your name. On that prayer, al kol panim chosem emes al shem ani rishon v'ani achron. So at any rate, this seal of truth is according to this level of I am first and I am last. Mi baladai in Elohim, and other than me, there's no Elohim. Perush mi baladai. What does this mean? Other than me, gam be'emtza isa, even in the middle. Meaning to say, you have the Rishon and Achron, the first and the end, the beginning and the end, and then you have also Mibaladai, meaning to say even in the middle. like it's brought in the Torah in the Mamar, the heads of the tribes. It explains there that's this concept. And look at those in those memorim, and look what it says in Yeshaya when it says on the verse, I am the first. Now the nurturance of the external forces is only from higher than the order of creation, like we brought here from like it's brought in Torah or the Mamar that with you is the source of life, also below in the very lowest, most mitzumtzum place, at the end of the world of Asiyah, and there's a Hatorah from the Rebbe on the bottom there to look into Torah's Chaim Shemos. So, like it's brought in the Mamar, Vayomei Melech Mitzrayim Lemialdos Ivrios. So, if so, from this concept of I am first, the Chitzonim get a nurturance. Also, what's brought in Torah or they were obligated to get drunk on Purim, the first He explains what does it mean. I'm the last one. That refers to the divinity that fills creation, which is called Ani because it says I. And it says that these levels have a nurturance, the Rishon level, the Makif, and also the Akron level, in the Mitzumtzum Sofasiyah, which is not the case of the concept of truth. Amore al Ani Rishon Vani Achron Umebaladayin Elokim, which is the concept of I am first and I am last, and other than me, there's no Elokim, meaning in the middle as well. There's no concept of Elokim. There's no Helam of Elokim. There's no unique at all, or unique klal. And therefore, that times this seal was given to Haman. Everything is equalized, like light and like dark. Now on the supernal crown, it's brought that he brings down the beginning from the end. Adam Kadmon or Klali, and that refers to the level of Adam Kadmon, the general light of creation, that includes all of the gradation of creation of the worlds as one. And this is the concept of Achashverosh, that the beginning and the end belong to him. That you have the concept of the beginning and the end in one place in the light of Adam Kadmon. Okay. And the Alter Rebbe explained that Achashverosh means Achash and Rosh, Chash, Losh, and Shtika. That Chash means quiet. I know Klippus Noga, which refers to the Klippus Noga. Shnikra called Mamadaka, it's called the soft still voice. But I am the part bin Chostavish Chav Zainam with Beis, Vikain Kasav Beis Chaim Shamim Tesshak Klippus Noga Perik Beis, Vikain Mashme Bezor Truma, Kuflam Tesalaf Kufme Malaf Binyan Oros Tachashim, with the concept of the skins of the Tachash, that Chash in the Tachash also refers to a concept of the Klippus Noga being elevated by being used for the Mishkan, I suppose. But Parshas Vayakel, the Avrish Gimel Amud Beis, Chash is Akev Miligala, the Chash, the concept of silence. It can be a concept of withholding from revelation of Zoinin Meraglim Cheresh, and that's also the concept of the Meraglim as silent. V'chein Nechush is Chash Taf Nun. And Nechush is also as a concept of silence. That has the word Chash in it, plus a Taf and a Nun. So this is all like he brought in the first Mamar. Look what it's brought, that the concept of I was silent, and I was withheld back from good. Withheld the good, withheld the revelation. Another meaning in chash is quickly. So I'm not sure how quickly speed has to do with this concept, but it brings another idea. Sheklipas Noga is called Ke'en HaChashmal. It's called the eye, or the vision of the Chashmal. And it's called the snake skin. The skin of the snake, which can take off, is the concept of Klipas Noga. Like the body, the goof is called Meshcha de Chavia. Because the snake itself is the concept of the three klipos, Acheros, I guess, or Achris, the complete bad, and so forth. V'noga nikra chashmal, and the noga is called the chashmal. Kichash, because it is swift. There you go. There's the explanation. So that why is the noga called the chashmal? Because chash means to be quick, and it swiftly tries to get a nutrients from kedusha. And when God forbid the sins of Israel become strong, then the noga gets the nutrients and is cleaving, is attached to the three complete other klippos and so forth. As he goveres makadusha, and it gets stronger than the holiness, and brings down to the external forces this concept of the divine flow of Achashverosh, and that's the concept of Achashverosh. That the klipas noga attaches to the three other klippos, which are called the poison or the bitterness. Al shem in verosh. And like the verse that its grapes or its berries are in verosh are poisonous berries or bitter berries. So it's the concept of Achashverosh is unique to klippa chas v'shalom. From the level of Achris Vereshis,